There are days that begin with beauty and end in blood. Days that promise joy but deliver only confusion, tears, and questions too heavy for the heart to carry. Everything faded from my memory. Until I met you. He looked at me then, and I saw the shame, the sorrow, the regret in his eyes. The kind of silence that shatters. I stood slowly. He reached out, but I took a step back. I didn't know, Chioma. I swear it. I had no idea. But now you do, I said softly. He nodded, tears falling. I walked to my room, locked the door, and sat on the bed, staring into space. So this is what fate had written for me. No father. A broken mother. A forced marriage. And now, this. The world around me was collapsing, and I had no idea where to run. The sky wept with me. Raindrops traced the windows of the car like tears as I sat silently, staring out. The silence inside was loud, my thoughts louder. Obinna didn't stop me when I packed my things. He watched me with tired, empty eyes. There were no more words left between us. Only a silent goodbye that carried too much pain for our young hearts. And now, I was going home. Back to the only place I could still call safe. Back to Grandma. Back to Mama. The moment I entered the compound, I saw her. My mother. Sitting under the mango tree in her usual spot, playing with a stick in the sand. Her dress was stained. Her hair messy. But her eyes, those innocent, lost eyes, sparkled when she saw me. Chioma, she giggled, running up like a child. Chioma has come back. Chioma, Chioma, Chioma. I couldn't hold back. I dropped my bag and fell to my knees, hugging her tightly. Her arms wrapped around me, warm and clumsy. I sobbed into her shoulder like a baby. She didn't ask why I was crying. She just kept rocking me and humming one of those songs from her childhood. Grandma came out slowly, leaning on her stick. She didn't say a word. She just looked at us, me on the ground, Mama giggling and singing. Her old eyes filled with tears. She turned and walked inside. I stayed like that for a long time. Crying. Breathing. Healing. Days passed. I didn't leave the compound. I cooked, washed, cleaned, and stayed close to Mama. I combed her hair, helped her eat, watched her sleep. Sometimes she would talk to the air. Sometimes she would laugh at nothing. But sometimes, just sometimes, she would turn to me and say something surprisingly clear. Chioma, you're strong, stronger than I ever was. And I would cry again. Grandma didn't talk much either. She just watched us. Sometimes she would sit on the veranda and pray for hours. Her rosary never left her hand. Then, one Saturday morning, a car pulled into the yard. It was Obinna. I froze. Grandma walked out first, arms folded. Her face was torn. Obinna stepped out slowly. He looked different. Older, even. Like the past few weeks had aged him. I'm not here to take her, he said gently, looking at Grandma. I just want to speak to her, and to her mother. Grandma hesitated. Then stepped aside. Talk. But if you say anything foolish, I will not spare you. I stepped outside, unsure what to feel. Mama was sitting on her mat, humming again. Obinna approached slowly. Then he knelt before her. Tears filled his eyes. Adis, he said softly. It's me. Obinna. She stopped humming. She looked at him, her head tilted slightly. You again, she said, smiling. You like to play? He nodded slowly. Yes. I like to play, but I made a mistake. I hit you. I didn't know you were lost. I didn't know you needed help. She laughed. I wasn't lost. I was just gone. I'm sorry, he whispered. I'm sorry for taking advantage. For not looking for you. For not even knowing I had a child. She looked at him for a long time. Then, she touched his cheek. It's okay, she said, still smiling. You're a child too. We were just children. Obinna bowed his head and cried. I stood there, my heart trembling. And for the first time, I saw Mama not as broken, but as whole. She had just forgiven a wound I didn't even know could be healed. He turned to me. Chioma, he said, rising. You don't have to forgive me. You don't even have to speak to me. But I want you to know this, from now on, I'll be the father you never had. Not because I deserve it, but because it's what you deserve. I didn't speak. I just nodded. That was enough. Weeks turned into months. Mama got better. Not healed, but better. She started having longer moments of clarity. She laughed more. Prayed more. Even helped me cook sometimes. Grandma was softer now. Less angry. Sometimes she would sit with me and tell me stories from her youth. She even taught me how to make native soap, just like her own mother did. As for Obinna, he visited often. Sometimes he would bring books, other times fruits. He never forced conversations. He never pressured me. He was just present. One evening, he brought a small wooden box. Inside was a letter and a photo. The letter was for me. The photo was of a young boy and a girl under a mango tree. Laughing. I kept this for years, he said. And now I want you to have it. I looked at it, and for the first time, I smiled, not because the pain was gone, but because I was learning how to live beyond it. I didn't get the wedding I dreamed of. I didn't get the love story they tell in movies. But I got something stronger. Truth. Healing. And family. Even when broken, we are still worthy of love. Even when lost, we can still find home.